The rain falls like whispered secrets, each drop a question unanswered, soaking the earth where blood and hope mingle. Can you hear it? The distant clash of steel, the ragged breath of a village boy named Kai, standing at the edge of a truth too vast to grasp? In Teagonia's 9th episode, titled The Power of God, released on June 7, 2025, the world trembles as if it knows what's coming. Imagine yourself in a thermal bath, steam curling around you like a lover's promise, the warmth sinking into your bones, only to feel a sudden chill, a name, a crest, a destiny that could unravel everything. Isn't that what you crave? That moment when the ordinary shatters, and you're left staring into the abyss of something divine? Like the first time you saw Naruto leap into the unknown or felt attack on Titan's walls crumble. This episode beckons you to step into a world where gods and mortals collide. Will you follow Kai into the storm, or stay safe in the warmth of what you know? Picture a village called Lag, its wooden gates scarred like the hands of its people, standing defiant against the relentless tide of demi-human tribes. Macaques with eyes like burning coals, ogres with hearts as heavy as stone. This is the Borderlands, a place where survival is a prayer whispered in the dark. Have you ever stood somewhere so fragile it felt like the world could break beneath you? Like the quiet before a storm in Spirited Away, Lag is both sanctuary and battleground, its air thick with the scent of earth and blood. At its heart is Kai, voiced with raw intensity by Mutsumi Tamura, a boy whose every step feels like a rebellion against fate. His eyes, wide with the weight of memories he shouldn't have, mirror your own moments of doubt, when you wondered if you were more than your circumstances. Beside him is Jose, brought to life by Kana Hanazawa's fierce yet tender performance, a warrior woman proving that strength isn't bound by gender, her blade cutting through despair like a sunrise. And then there's Elsa, fragile yet unyielding, her fate hanging like a thread in a tapestry you can't stop staring at. Don't you want to know who they'll become when the gods themselves take notice? What does it mean to hold power that could save or destroy? In episode 9, Kai grapples with a divine crest, a mark that whispers of gods and past lives, like a riddle carved into his soul. Have you ever felt the weight of a choice that could change everything, like when Frodo held the One Ring, or when Simba faced his father's legacy? Kai's struggle isn't just about fighting macaques or saving Elsa. It's about the question we all dodge. What do we owe those we love, and what do we owe ourselves? The episode digs into sacrifice, identity, and the haunting pull of destiny. Every choice Kai makes feels like a stone dropped into a still pond, rippling through the lives of those around him. Can you feel it? That ache in your chest when you realize the hero might break before he bends? This is Teagonia at its core, a story that asks you to look at your own scars and wonder what power lies within them. Asahi Production paints episode 9 with a brutal elegance, every frame a testament to the chaos of war and the beauty of resilience. The camera lingers on the rain-soaked battlefield, droplets catching the flicker of torchlight like stars trapped in a mortal world. Doesn't it remind you of Demon Slayer's water-breathing sequences, where motion and emotion blur into one? The macaque snarls are animated with a primal ferocity, their movements fluid yet jagged, like a predator's dance. Kai's divine crest glows with an otherworldly light, its pulse syncing with your heartbeat as the camera zooms close, making you feel like you're standing beside him. Shadows stretch long across Lag's walls, mirroring the doubt in Kai's eyes, while the vibrant greens of the valley clash with the crimson of blood, a visual poem of life against death. Have you ever seen a world so alive it feels like it could swallow you whole? Kenji Fujisawa's score is a living thing, wrapping around you like the steam of a thermal bath, warm yet edged with unease. The opening theme, Shoudu by Aimi Noda, pulses with a restless energy, like the moment before a battle cry, urging you to run toward the unknown. The ending, Suki to Boku to Adarashii Jiben, by STU48, is a haunting lullaby that lingers like a memory you can't shake, its melody carrying the weight of loss and hope. In the episode, the clash of swords rings out like a heartbeat, each strike a question. Will they survive? The rain's soft patter contrasts with the guttural roars of the macaques, creating a soundscape that feels like Princess Mononoke's forest battles, wild, raw, and achingly human. Can you hear the silence between the notes, where Kai's fear and courage collide? It's a sound that demands you listen closer. Without revealing too much, let's say a gate opens, literal and metaphorical, and what floods through changes everything. Imagine the moment in Full Metal Alchemist when Edward sees the truth, or in Hunter ex-hunter when Gon faces his rage. Episode 9 builds to a confrontation that isn't just about swords or survival. It's about Kai facing a shadow larger than himself, a power that could redefine his world. The air crackles with tension, the kind that makes you lean forward, heart pounding, asking, what happens next? It's a moment where the boy from Lag becomes something more, and you're left wondering, what does it mean to carry the name of a god? Don't you want to see that spark ignite? Kai, Jose, and Elsa are not just characters. They're fragments of a story you've lived in your own way. Kai's journey, voiced with a trembling resolve by Mutsumi Tamura, is like a young Naruto chasing a dream he doesn't fully understand, each step pulling him closer to a truth that could break him. Jose, with Kana Hanazawa's fiery delivery, is the warrior you admire but can never touch, her strength a beacon like Mikasa's loyalty in Attack on Titan. Elsa, fragile yet defiant, is the heart of the episode, her pain a mirror to every time you've fought to protect someone you love. Together, they weave a narrative around the power of God, each character a note in a symphony of survival and sacrifice. Their orchestration feels like a classic Studio Ghibli tale, where every glance and gesture builds toward a moment of transcendent clarity. Don't you want to hold this artwork in your hands, to feel its pulse? Remember the days when Inuyasha made your heart race, when every episode was a portal to a world where demons and humans danced on the edge of fate, when Yu Yu Hakusho taught you that power comes with a price. Teogonia Episode 9 is a love letter to that era, to the isekai and fantasy adventures that shaped your dreams. It's not just a continuation, it's a reinvention, a story that captures the raw, untamed spirit of those classics while carving its own path. The macaque's primal fury, Kai's awakening, the clash of gods and mortals. It's the thrill of Berserk's darkest battles mixed with the hope of Nausicaa's redemption. For fans of thermal baths, it's the warmth of sinking into a familiar world, only to find new depths waiting to be explored. Can you resist the call of a story that feels like coming home, yet promises to take you somewhere new? In the end, Teagonia Episode 9 isn't just a chapter in an anime, it's a mirror held up to your own battles, your own questions. What would you do if the power to save someone you love came at a cost you couldn't name? As the rain falls and Kai stands at the edge of his destiny, you're left with a single, burning question. What does it mean to be chosen by a god? This episode doesn't just ask you to watch, it asks you to feel, to wonder, to chase the answers alongside a boy from a village called Lag. Are you ready to step into the storm and discover what lies beyond the gate? The fog clings to the valley like a secret too heavy to rise, each swirl a question curling around your heart. Can you feel it? The damp chill of a thermal bath, steam rising to meet your skin, only to be pierced by a name, Kane, the great god, spoken like a blade slicing through time. In Teagonia's 10th episode, The Great God Kane, released on June 14, 2025, the air hums with the weight of choices that could shatter a boy or forge a legend. Have you ever stood at a crossroads, the path ahead obscured, yet felt the pull of something ancient calling your name? Like the moment in Full Metal Alchemist when Edward glimpsed the truth, or the eerie calm before Berserk's eclipse, this episode wraps you in suspense, daring you to step into Kai's world. For those who love the primal pulse of isekai and the soothing embrace of thermal baths, don't you ache to sink into this tale again, to uncover the mystery of a god's whisper? The borderlands stretch before you, a scarred tapestry of jagged cliffs and blood-soaked earth, where Lag Village stands like a lone sentinel against the tide of demi-human tribes, macaques with cunning eyes, ogres with fists like thunder. Have you ever known a place so fragile it felt like a breath could break it, like the Shire before Sauron's shadow? Released on June 14, 2025, Episode 10 deepens this brutal yet vibrant world, where survival is a hymn sung in sweat and steel. Kai, voiced by Mutsumi Tamura with a trembling ferocity, is a boy whose heart carries memories of a world he shouldn't know, our world. His every glance a mirror to your own moments of feeling out of place. His design, with tousled red hair and eyes that hold too much, feels like a young Ichigo from Bleach, raw and relentless. Jose, brought to life by Kana Hanazawa's fierce warmth, gifts Kai her knife, her trust cutting deeper than any blade, like Mikasa's loyalty in Attack on Titan. Elsa, fragile yet vital, lies in recovery, her fate a thread in Kai's tapestry of guilt and hope. And Porek, the Koror leader, carries the weight of a people caught between war and peace. Don't you want to walk beside them, to feel their scars as your own? What does it mean to help an enemy who once sought your blood? Kai faces this question in Episode 10, his divine crest, a mark of the god Kane, burning like a star in his soul, urging him to act where others falter. Have you ever been torn between vengeance and compassion, like Aragorn sparing Grima in The Lord of the Rings, or Naruto reaching out to Sasuke? Kai's dilemma isn't just about aiding the macaques or saving Elsa. It's a meditation on mercy, identity, and the cost of power. To help a foe, he must wear a Koror warrior's garb, hiding his humanity to broker peace, a choice that echoes the masks we wear to navigate our own battles. The episode asks, can you forgive those who've hurt you, and what does it cost to try? Can you feel the weight of Kai's steps, each one a gamble with the lives he holds dear? This is Teagonia's Soul, a story that challenges you to question the lines between friend and foe. Asahi Production crafts a world that breathes, each frame a brushstroke of beauty and brutality. The valley's mist swirls like a living thing, its tendrils curling around Kai as he stands before the macaque elder, the scene lit by a faint, ethereal glow that feels like Spirited Away's spirit realm. Don't you see it? The way the camera pans across the ruined village of Huju, its charred timbers stark against the green of the valley, like the aftermath of Princess Mononoke's forest wars. Kai's Koror outfit, with its intricate patterns, moves with a fluidity that grounds his transformation, while the macaque's angular designs pulse with primal energy. The lighting shifts from soft dawn to harsh noon, mirroring Kai's inner turmoil, each shadow a doubt, each ray a fleeting hope. Have you ever gazed at a scene so vivid it felt like you could step into it, the air thick with the scent of earth and ash? Kenji Fujisawa's score is a heartbeat, its strings taut with tension, its drums a call to war. The opening theme, Shoudu by Aimi Noda, surges like a tide, urging you forward like Hunter x Hunter's battle anthems. The ending, Suki to Boku to Adarashii Jiben, by STU48, wraps you in a melancholic embrace, its notes lingering like the ache of a farewell. In episode 10, the rustle of leaves and the distant cries of macaques create a soundscape that feels alive, like the forest in Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. A single violin rises as Kai faces the macaque elder, its trembling notes echoing the fragility of their truce. Can you hear it? The silence between words, where trust and betrayal hang in balance. It's a sound that pulls you deeper, demanding you listen to the story's pulse. Without spoiling, imagine a moment where the ground shifts beneath you, where a promise made could unravel a war or ignite one. Kai stands at the edge of a decision, the macaque leader's eyes boring into him, a scene as tense as Death Note's final confrontations. The air crackles with the weight of what's at stake. Elsa's life, Lag's safety, Kai's own soul. It's not just a negotiation, it's a reckoning, like when Gon faced Patu in Hunter x Hunter, where every word is a weapon. The episode builds to this pivot, leaving you breathless, asking, what does it mean to trust an enemy? Don't you need to see this moment to feel the spark of a choice that could change everything? Kai, Jose, Elsa, and Porek are not just players in a story. They're reflections of your own battles, each a brushstroke in a masterpiece you can't touch but yearn to understand. Kai, with Mutsumi Tamura's raw delivery, is a boy wrestling with a god's power, his naivety and courage blending like Naruto's early days. Jose, voiced by Kana Hanazawa, is a warrior whose knife gift to Kai is a vow of faith, her strength a beacon like Saber's honor in Fate/Stay Night. Elsa, though absent in body, haunts Kai's choices, her recovery a fragile hope that feels like Aerith's presence in Final Fantasy VII. Porek, wise yet weary, anchors the episode's moral core, his Koror heritage a bridge between worlds. Together, they orbit the great god Kene, their actions a delicate dance around trust and sacrifice, like a Studio Ghibli ensemble where every soul shines. Don't you want to trace their paths, to feel their harmony and discord? Remember the thrill of Inuyasha's demon battles, when every clash felt like a step toward destiny, or the raw wonder of a Scofflone, where magic and war wove a tapestry of awe. Teagonia Episode 10 is a bridge to those golden days, to the isekai and fantasy epics that sparked your love for anime. It's not a mere echo but a bold reimagining, blending the gritty stakes of Berserk with the heart of Nausicaa. The macaque's primal cunning, Kai's divine crest, the clash of gods and mortals. It's the pulse of those late-night marathons when you first discovered Trigun or Yu Yu Hakusho. For thermal bath lovers, it's the warmth of sinking into a familiar world, only to find new currents pulling you deeper. Can you resist the call of a story that feels like rediscovering your first anime crush, yet promises uncharted horizons? As the fog lifts and Kai steps toward a village scarred by war, Teagonia Episode 10 leaves you with a question that sears the soul. What would you risk to heal a wound that isn't yours? This isn't just a story, it's a mirror to your own choices, your own battles with trust and redemption. Kai's path, lit by the name of Kane, asks you to walk with him, to face the shadows of enemies and allies alike. Like the final notes of a thermal bath steam fading into silence, this episode lingers, urging you to chase its truths. Are you ready to follow Kai into the fire and discover what it means to carry a god's name? A single flame flickers in the dark, its glow swallowed by the weight of a name too sacred to speak. Can you feel it? The warmth of a thermal bath, steam coiling around you like a lover's sigh, Kai, only to be cut by a whisper, the vessel that chills your soul. In Teagonia's 11th episode, titled The Vessel, released on June 21, 2025, the world holds its breath as Kai stands at the edge of divinity and despair. Have you ever felt a moment so fragile it could shatter with a thought, like the silence before Naruto's Rasengan or the dread of attack on Titan's rumbling? This episode is a siren call to fans of Ice Guy's raw heart and the soothing pulse of thermal baths, pulling you into a story where gods and mortals blur. Don't you yearn to sink into this mystery, to chase the answers hidden in the mist? The borderlands sprawl before you, a jagged canvas of valleys and ruins where Lag Village clings to life like a heartbeat in the void. Have you ever known a place so worn it feels like history's scars are etched into its bones, like Gundor's crumbling walls in The Lord of the Rings? Released on June 21, 2025, Episode 11 paints a world where demi-human tribes, macaques with eyes like embers, ogres with hearts heavy as stone, cast long shadows over human hopes. Kai, voiced by Mutsumi Tamura with a raw, aching intensity, is a boy whose divine crest marks him as more than mortal, his red hair and haunted eyes echoing a young Guts from Berserk, carrying wounds no child should bear. Jose, brought to life by Kana Hanazawa's fierce yet tender performance, is a warrior whose loyalty cuts deeper than her blade, like Mikasa's devotion in Attack on Titan. Elsa, recovering yet ever-present, is a fragile spark Kai fights to protect, her fate a silent prayer. Porek, the Koror leader, bears the weight of a people caught in war's grip, his wisdom a flicker of hope. Can you see yourself in their struggles, standing beside them as the world trembles? What does it mean to be a vessel for a god's will? Kai grapples with this in episode 11, his crest pulsing like a second heart, whispering truths he's not ready to face. Have you ever felt the burden of a role you didn't choose, like Frodo with the One Ring or Shinji in Evangelion's cockpit? Kai's journey isn't just about battling macaques or safeguarding Elsa. It's a meditation on identity, sacrifice, and the terrifying freedom of becoming more than you are. To wield divine power, he must confront what it means to lose himself, a choice that echoes the masks we wear to meet life's demands. The episode asks, can you embrace a destiny that might erase you? Can you feel the tremor in Kai's soul, the fear and fire of a boy standing at the edge of godhood? This is Teagonia's essence, a story that dares you to question what it means to be whole. Asahi Production weaves a visual spell, each frame a pulse of beauty and dread. The valley glows under a twilight sky, its hues shifting like the dreams in Spirited Away's bathhouse, yet stained with the ash of war. Don't you see it? The way the camera lingers on Kai's crest, its golden light flaring against the dusk, like demon slayers' breathing techniques come to life. The macaques move with a feral grace, their designs sharp and primal, while Kai's Koror garb flows with a weight that grounds his transformation. Low angles capture his resolve, shadows pooling in his eyes, while sudden bursts of light pierce the gloom, mirroring hope's fragile dance. Have you ever gazed at a world so vivid it feels like you could breathe its air, heavy with the scent of rain and blood? Kenji Fujisawa's score is a living thread, weaving through your heart with a haunting grace. The opening theme, Shoudu by Aimi Noda, surges like a battle cry, its rhythm pulling you into the fray like Hunter x Hunter's anthems. The ending, Suki to Boku to Adarashii Jiben by STU48, is a soft requiem, its notes lingering like the ache of a memory, wrapping you in loss and longing. In episode 11, the wind howls through the valley, a chorus of ghosts, while the macaques' guttural cries clash with the clink of steel, evoking Princess Mononoke's wild battles. A single flute rises as Kai faces his truth, its trembling melody a mirror to his heart's turmoil. Can you hear it? The silence between notes, where fate and fear collide. It's a sound that beckons you to listen closer, to feel the story's pulse. Without spoiling, picture a moment where the veil of the world tears, and what lies beyond is both terrifying and sublime. Kai stands before a revelation, the weight of the vessel pressing down like Full Metal Alchemist's gate of truth, the air thick with the promise of change. It's not just a confrontation, it's a crucible, like Gon's rage in Hunter x Hunter or Light's fall in Death Note, where every choice reshapes the soul. The episode builds to this spark, leaving you breathless, asking, what does it mean to carry a god within? Don't you need to witness this moment, to feel the fire of a truth that could consume or save? Kai, Jose, Elsa, and Porek are not mere characters. They're fragments of a dream you've chased, each a star in a constellation you can't touch but long to map. Kai, with Mutsumi Tamura's trembling resolve, is a boy wrestling with divinity, his journey a blend of Naruto's grit and Edward Elric's doubt. Jose, voiced by Kana Hanazawa, is a warrior whose faith in Kai shines like Saber's honor in Fate/Stay Night, her presence a steady flame. Elsa, though distant, is the heart Kai fights for, her fragility a echo of Aerith's grace in Final Fantasy VII. Porek, wise and weathered, grounds the story's moral core, his core heritage a bridge between worlds. Together, they orbit the vessel. Their struggles a symphony of sacrifice and hope, like a Studio Ghibli tale where every soul weaves the narrative's heart. Don't you want to trace their light, to feel their harmony and tension? Remember the nights when Inuyasha's battles set your pulse racing, when every demon clash was a step toward legend, or the awe of Escaflowne, where magic and destiny wove a tapestry of wonder. Teagonia Episode 11 is a portal to those days, to the isekai and fantasy epics that carved your love for anime. It's not a shadow of the past, but a blazing reinvention, fusing Berserk's raw stakes with Nausicaa's soulful hope, the macaque's primal fury, Kai's divine crest, the dance of gods and mortals. It's the thrill of Yu Yu Hakusho's spirit battles and Trigun's moral duels. For thermal bath lovers, it's the warmth of slipping into a beloved world, only to find new depths calling. Can you resist the pull of a story that feels like your first anime love, yet promises uncharted stars? As the flame fades and Kai steps toward a truth too vast to hold, Teagonia Episode 11 leaves you with a question that burns. What would you become if a god chose you as its vessel? This isn't just a tale, it's a mirror to your own crossroads, your own battles with purpose and self. Kai's path, lit by the name of Kane, asks you to walk with him, to face the light and shadow of divinity. Like the steam of a thermal bath dissolving into dusk, this episode lingers, urging you to chase its secrets. Are you ready to step into the fire and discover what it means to be more than mortal?